Hello everyone, welcome back to our Assassin's Creed Odyssey playthrough. This is episode 165. So, last time we paid off 2 bounties and took out 3 polemarchs, or actually I think it was 4 bounties. 3 polemarchs. And we've also gotten rid of, or we've also gotten a ton of Orichalcum. We're now at 32. So, I'm making the decision to go visit Sargon, see what he's got. I'm thinking he might have some new things. Rickles of the Olympians. Ooh, what's this? A Sokratic mess. Socrates' trial. Ooh, I think I want to do this while I'm here, so I might actually change the name to a Sokratic trial, and then we'll take out the Silver Centaur next episode. Because that's literally what we've been doing. We've been taking out one cultist, then an episode in between, then another cultist, then an episode in between. And this will be another episode in between, taking out cultists, though this one should hopefully not be as short. Themistocles of Athens and King Leonidas of Greece led a Greek force against the Persian army of Xerxes I. And fun fact, Thermopylae, there were 7,300 Greek soldiers, not 300. You know, now that we know that the cult wanted Xerxes to become ruler of Greece, I'm beginning to suspect that that traitor in the ranks, at least for this story, was actually a member of the Cult of Cosmos. To interact with this, or at least an agent of the cult, if not an actual cultist.
I'm here to see Socrates.
Cassandra!
You know who I am?
Xanthipede.
Of course I do. Socrates never stops talking about you.
And you are?
His wife, of course. I'm Xantippe.
Ah. I didn't know Socrates was there.
Never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. Yet he can't find time to mention me.
So where is Socrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Socrates
Follow
been?
her.
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not the word I'd use. It frustrates me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That is not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with him.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
Didn't know.
It's fine.
That's just funny. Looks like there's some soldiers here. No, never mind. Magistrates, maybe? Politicians? A big man.
What is it?
Socrates. They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded. They took him southeast of here.
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
Can't believe Socrates was arrested. I need to find out what happened.
Yeah, he probably did something to get arrested just to experience being arrested. But here's the thing. If there's actually, if he were ever to be tried by a fair trial according to
Best
this
stay out of sight.
game, or at least his personality in this game, he would probably confuse the jury so much they'd either end up siding against him out of sheer annoyance, or siding with him because they don't know what else to do. Help me leave their house. Oh, you're dead. How many Spartans have taken over since I last destroyed the forces of the house? Murder! Do I look as though I care? Idiot. I am anonymous. Great, then I need to take this guy out. I knew there'd be something in it for murdering that guy. Let's interact with the dwarves. This is gonna be interesting. The duty says your home. Return to it often to find new quests on the message board or hang out with one of us. Well, actually, the entire crew is salaried. But once you become noticeable enough to become a lieutenant, which no one's going to become a lieutenant anymore, you get money. Or you got money, I should say. Leandros was my first special lieutenant, now he's just a lieutenant.
Cassandra, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here. The guards let you in?
I took them all down.
We've known each other a long time now. You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried about you.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
That's not worth the risk. He's not crazy, because I can see where he's coming from. In fact, I've already outlined where he's coming from.
What if they find you guilty, and your punishment is severe?
That will never happen. I'll convince them I deserve to go free. You'll see.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About?
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
I can understand that.
Sokratic. The Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
Why didn't you tell me you're married?
I've known you for a while now.
That's true.
And you'd call us friends?
I would.
And friends share important things with one another. Is that so?
It is.
Then how did I not know you were married? From what you just said, that means either we're not friends, or that friends don't share with one another. So, which is it?
I love
I've
doing that.
wondered how much of our conversation you've taken to heart. And now, I have my answer.
Okay.
Were you doing anything when you got arrested?
If speaking my mind is worth imprisonment, then I suppose I was.
In the future, you may want to be more careful.
You risk
I wouldn't say
life
that.
and limb every time you draw your blade. Just because it's my tongue that is sharp, doesn't mean I'm not prepared to face the consequences of using it.
Since you won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. I won't let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
Ah, Cassandra, you...
I'll come back when I have what I need.
I'm enjoying myself, aren't I? I guess the reason why they're doing this giant hole loading thing is so that way, you don't walk in and out of the door. They don't show that. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to do this was just because I saw it, realized it would give me Oikos of the, or Chalcum, which I need, and then I can visit Sargon. I mean, I gotta say, it's much, much harder to get, or Chalcum than it was to get, what you needed for Heka chests. I don't think it was carbon crystals. I don't actually remember what it was. It wasn't Drachmi. There was Drachmi and then there was something else. But this is so much harder to get.
I should try to stay out of sight.
A Sokratic mess completed. Sokratic mess indeed. Alright, finding one's voice. Let's talk to the priest. Fortunately, I do have a, oh wait, are these not going to give me Orcos? Because if they aren't, then I'm just going to go to the shop right now. Daughters of the, oh yeah. Bless me, Oikos of the Olympians. So I'm, or Charleston. So I'm gonna go do the Oikos of the Olympians right now, or head to it right now because I want to talk to Sargon and see if I have enough for anything remotely worthwhile. Let me see. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's quickly go to the Oikos of the Olympians. And then, this is actually going to be the final video of the recording chunk. I forgot to mention that. Let's talk to Sargon.
Welcome back, Misthios. I'm always happy to see you.
I'd be happy to see you more if you agreed to accept Drachmi.
Sorry to disappoint, my friend, but I'm still only interested in orichalcum.
What do you do with that strange metal?
Its value is beyond compare. It's ancient and worth far more than mere drachmi. I'm just one of the few to realize this.
All right, keep your secrets. Show me what you have.
I mean, dude's like... Dude's not as buff as I remember. What I remember Sargon was he was a little bit more muscular. And a bit taller as well. What's the hush? Not much is known about this crew apart from its expertise as sailors. Let's grab this. Because it's the only thing I can get. Ancient King's body armor. I already own it. Alright, well that really wasn't worth it. Enjoy your Chalcum, my friend. definitely wasn't worth it. Oh yeah, I keep on going all the way up here when I need to only go to here. I'm pretty sure this is a new Pythia. Either that or it's from the time, or this is happening, or taking place before we headed to Argolis. Quote unquote, before we went to Argolis. Peloponnesian League. There's 2 thingies for that, and I haven't seen one for the Delian League in forever, which once again proves my point that this game is egregiously pro-Sparta. Let's make a leap of faith. Oh hey, the petitioners have actually cleaned out a bit. It's not a freaking giant line anymore, which means it's a new Pythia, I hope. The doors. Now the doors aren't open, but there's Spartans here.
Back away!
Oh no, not you.
You remember me?
Just go. I'm too old for this.
I'm surprised he remembers me. That was 3 years ago. I guess I did threaten to kill him.
Erebus swallows another day.
Be the one to die here.
My Zeus!
I think I just accidentally killed Pythia. Let's recruit this guy. I'm feeling... Can't recruit him, so let's just... Money... Where do I go to see the Pythia? Down there, of course. Past her ambush. Oh hey, it's a new Pythia, I think.
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here
Oh,
for a
sorry,
different
Dan.
reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly, I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry, and tell me what you want.
You told Sokratic something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know
It
why you
is.
speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Sokratic he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
That makes no
The
sense.
cult wouldn't allow you to do that.
Which is why I was very careful. I seek Sokratic as an ally, but simply asking him to help wouldn't have worked.
An ally for what?
I know much of Sokratic. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Sokratic is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Sokratic believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
If you just told him your words aren't from the gods, wouldn't that serve the same purpose? And much quicker?
Sokratic is not the type to desire the answer so easily. He'll have more drive when he finds the answer on his own.
I don't really like this game because it's so secular, but... And it acts like the gods don't really exist.
This is
But-
getting complicated.
Whatever
Actually,
you do, you can't tell Sokratic.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Sokratic, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught.
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him.
Okay, so what I was meaning to say there wasn't I dislike the game. I dislike how secular this game is. And it's not even really that secular, because Assassin's Creed as a whole
Dawn has come.
is secular when it comes to every other religion but Christianity. Please don't come back here again. Alright, so I've kind of stumbled into a whole weird thing, and I'm not really into it right now. So I'm going to politely bow out of this for now. And head back to Mr. General. And then we'll end the episode after I finish. And let's be clear, abandoning children and letting them die of exposure is so much crueler than killing them by your own hand. Alright, so we're going to talk to the General, and then hopefully he doesn't give us another quest, because I'm running out of polemics to take out. Well, I've still got Macedonia, well, I've still got places but that I can go, but it's not as many as there were after I took out so many.
Goddess of war. Do you have the seals for me?
I do.
More seals and more proof what we're doing is working. Thankfully, there are at least some people in power willing to listen to me.
I'll leave the politics to you.
As it should be. And I have more work for you, assuming you're up for it.
I'm always interested in more work.
I was worried about employing a mercenary, but you've been a pleasant surprise.
Yes, that's what they all call me. A pleasant surprise.
I suspect if they call you anything offensive, they don't live long.
Couldn't say.
At least I have you working with me, instead of getting in my way.
Other generals giving you trouble?
They refuse to acknowledge I know what I'm doing. But it doesn't matter. I'll get the job done, and eventually all of Athens will know it. Are you ready for more work?
I'll get you your seals.
Thank you.
First, I have some questions. What do you think your future holds?
Victory or death. You don't stay a general for long if you don't win battles.
I suppose
There.
many generals die on the field.
Not the majority. The Athenian people are the greatest threat to a general's life. If you displease them, they'll remove you from office, ostracize you, or even condemn you to death.
And you want this job?
There is no greater purpose than the glory of Athens. It's my duty and my honor.
Fair.
Why is it I always find you here?
Athena is the goddess of wisdom and war. What better place for a general to ask for blessings?
Fair.
You don't seem very devout to me.
I'm not the first general in my family. My father was as well, and his father before him.
You would have learned military thinking from a young age.
Exactly. My grandfather brought me here when I was a child. He stood me here and told me Athena was our patron. That we must always offer her our respect on the eve of war.
He sounds like a wise man.
He was. He died in battle the next day.
You come here to remember him.
And to remember that though the gods may be our patrons, they will not always protect us.
I know enough.
I will go do more stuff with Demosthenes Greaves. I think we have to do one more, maybe two more for him. In the midst of chaos. So we need to take out 3 more Spartan polemarchs. And I think I'm going to do that next episode and next recording chunk. We can't attack the Corinthians, because we already taken out that polemarch. Already taken out both polemarchs here. Megaris. Arcadia holds some promise, I hope, but I think I've already taken out the Polemarch by the fort. Actually, the fort's gone. Wow, it's a beautiful image. Yeah, the fort used to be here. I guess it's gone now that I finished it. Oh, I did hide completed. That's why. So yeah, I did take out the Polemarch. So let's see, there gotta be other places where we can take out Polemarchs. Senior, of course, is back because Spider. This is part of Laconia Zarek's point. Fortiprasai, that's one. Okay, so there's still some options left on the table. I don't think Arcadia has anything for me though. Taking out the Polemarch at Fort Tiddens. Okay. Where else can I go? Oh, I can go to Euboea and Skyros and take out Polemarchs. I don't think Trucky's Warehouse will have any, but so yeah, I still have some options. Oh yeah, I can also head north to Macedonia and hunt for Polemarchs. So yeah, there's still some options for me. Not like I'm completely out of options for hunting Polemarchs. I'm sure there'll be more in Messenia. So yeah, next time we'll get 3 more Polemarchs down. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.